everybody. My name is Taker, and welcome to my first review. And for my first review, I'm going to review one of my favorite and really one of my best Transformers I have besides the other one. This is going to be my Leo Breaker. As you can see, Leo Breaker is a hefty, beautiful piece. I mean, honestly, as he's transformed into this here form, which is his lion mode, one thing I like about Leo Breaker is what I caught was cool is this. His jaw barely moves, but he makes a cool noise. Now, another thing I like about my Leo Breaker is the fact that with his planetary key, just push down. Besides his arm fell off on me. But that's something else I'm going to show you why it does that. Push down on the planetary key, shows his claws. I don't normally do that. I keep both of my, I keep both forms like that. Well, what we're going to do is, I'm going to show you his transformation. It's rarely simple. So, alright, we're going to transform Leo Breaker here. First thing you do, take off the tail because that becomes his weapon. You're going to have to pull down the back on both sides. Straighten out the legs. Put that down. Pop them out. The only problem I don't like is no individual finger movement. It's one solid piece. As you can see, it's one solid piece. It's still pretty cool. The other problem is no storage for his planetary key when he's in transform mode. Okay, pop this down, as you can see. Now, I bought this one off of eBay, and when I did, it was kind of, I had to clean it up a little bit. What I really like is right here. Pull that back. Kind of comes out pretty cool. Now, my only issue is the kibble when he's transformed into bot mode, because there's a lot in bot mode, and unless you actually have one, which there's two of them off the show. You got Leo Breaker and Nemesis Breaker. Now, that is his bot mode. As you can see, he stands on his own with the weapon in his hand. But like I said, no room for the planetary key. And you also have this part that, good. It's kibble. It does serve a purpose eventually. But it's just terrible. I mean, I don't mind it because this is the style I like. His claws still come out. But as far as his face, he's fairly detailed. I mean, he's got a little bit of kibble underneath, as you can see. It's like it's kind of like a separation. I mean, but as you can see, he really stands tall on his own. And he's my favorite kind of Transformer. He's hefty. I can feel him in my hand when I'm holding him. But like I said, no room for planetary key. Now, you can put the weapon, which is also his tail, in either hand. Thumb could be a little bit more desired. But I do, all in all, he is one of my most favorite styles. And I do have a preference to the Lions. I tend to lean towards the Lions. But, so, he does have another form. And we'll get into that in a couple minutes. Okay, now we have him transformed into his other mode. As you can see, he becomes Optimus Prime's arm. He connects to it. Now, the only thing is, depending on which arm you want to place him in, is which piece you fold down. Now, my only problem with this mode, and I found this out through a couple other people, is that there's a huge separation here. I use what I thought would kind of work is the tail to kind of close that gap. Does it look like a hand? Kinda. I mean, I could see it hanging off and being a hand. It definitely looks better on the anime version. But as far as kind of compact, I would say besides the skirt, still looks like a little skirt underneath. That's the kibble I'm talking about. It's a constant, no matter what you do. But this is what connects to him and kind of swivels around, moves around, as you can see, to make the arm. Now, do I like this mode? Nah, this ain't my favorite mode. But is it functional? I would say maybe if you can afford him for the Optimus Prime that fits it. But he does have 3 different modes. And that's all I have to say about that. I mean, all in all, he's one of my favorite. But don't like him in arm mode. Just way too much kibble. You got this, and this just doesn't look too much, you know, it doesn't look like the show. I mean, you got way too much going on here. It swivels, yeah, but the claws are always the best part when he's got his claws out. And in this mode, again, not really good storage for the planetary key, because look where it's supposed to go. So that's kind of the problem with his bot mode. His alternate mode when he becomes the arm for Optimus Prime. That's one of my issues. But all in all, Leo Breaker is the best. I want to thank you for watching my first video, and I want to give a good shout out to my editor today, my buddy Lucius Prime.
What's up, y'all?
He's helping me out. He got me started with this, so until next time, take her out.